Let's do it. Oh my God, we're live on Facebook.
We are?
It says live on Facebook on my end on the Zoom.
No way.
Webinar is now streaming live on Facebook.
Well, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. What's up, everybody? My name is Glenn Lundy, and I am a husband to one, a father to seven, and the host of the most amazing, incredible morning show on the face of the planet. Hashtag rise and grind. Today is December 7th, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
December 7th, 2018. And what's incredible is today is the first and the last time it'll ever be. First and last time that it'll ever be Friday, December 7th, 2018. So we have to make sure to make the absolute most of this incredible day. You agree, Adi?
100%. It's a great day to be alive.
It's a great day to be alive. So we're so glad to be here with you guys this morning. This morning, we have my dear friend. We have gotten so close this morning. We have gotten to know each other really well this morning. Adi, Arezzini, how are you this morning?
I'm good. You know, just a great morning to overcome some obstacles.
Yes.
Like total bosses right here.
I agree. It is a wonderful morning to overcome obstacles. So, Adi, you have this incredible company called Teamy Blends, right?
That's right.
These, by the way, this shaker cup that you sent me is the most quality, amazing cup I've ever had in my entire life. Like it took a while to figure out just how to I had to open it. I had to take out the little tea thing. I had to out in two parts. I'm like, this is the fanciest thing I've ever seen, but I love it. It feels amazing. I'm super excited about it. So you own this company, right?
That's right.
That is so stinking cool. And you just started it, what, 5 years ago?
That's right. 2013 in October.
2013 in October. So 5 years ago, you started the company and you have 850,000 followers on Instagram. Selling millions and millions of dollars worth of product. Like, that's amazing. And how old are you? Like 26?
I'm a little bit older. I'll be 28 in January.
28 years old. That is so incredible. Well, I'm excited to introduce you to our audience, to the Rise and Grind Show. You guys, hope you can strap in because we're going to learn a lot about Adi, and I'm saying that right? Adi.
There you go. It's okay. It's all right.
We're learning a lot about Adi this morning, so I'm glad you guys are here with me. Do me a favor, if you haven't done so already, I need you to hit that share button. That's right, you got to hit that share button. We got to get everybody up in here this morning so we can enjoy this incredible person that you guys are getting ready to meet. And obviously, as you already know, if you've watched the show before, or maybe you haven't watched the show before, but I believe if we can change the way people start their day, we can make a massive impact on this planet. I truly believe that. And sometimes all it takes to change somebody's day is for you to hit that share button. So go ahead and hit the share button. We're going to get this out and we're going to rock. Are you ready to rock, Adi?
I'm so ready.
Adi, I'm going to get that right by the end.
You know what I say to people? I say it's Adi like Adidas. And then they understand, oh, it's a D, like the word Adidas. And then they get it. Yeah. Adi.
And see, I was talking to your friend on the phone, Jeff, I think yesterday, and he was like, we call her Addie. And it's Addie, and I'm like, no, I don't think you're right, Jeff.
He told me that he named his daughter after me. And
I know, he told me that.
I'm like, okay, but that's not my name, but that's cool that you named it after me. That's really cool.
He told me the same thing. That's funny. Like, I named my daughter after you. You're like, no, really, you didn't. But
yeah, I'm like, that's a different name, but that's cool.
I can dig it anyway. All right, I want to learn a little bit more about you. And you obviously have created an incredible amount of success over the last 5 years. And we're going to dig into that just a little bit here in just a minute. First thing I want to touch on, though, is every successful person I've known, everyone that I've run into and had the pleasure of speaking with, has a pretty awesome morning routine. They usually all have a kind of disciplined morning routine that they go into every day. What's yours look like?
The first thing that I do when I wake up is I exercise. I'm one of those people that feeds off of the energy that I get in the morning. So exercising in the morning is a really big deal for me. So usually around 6:30, I wake up, I go to the bathroom, do all the morning stuff, and I go to the gym. And I usually spend about an hour at the gym, whether I'm working out with a friend or I'm working out in a group exercise class. I want to start my day motivated, and that's what gets me inspired and motivated in the morning. Then I get back home, I get ready for work, and I make sure that I have all my food for the day. So I have like my protein shake that I drink in the morning. I make my tea, so I make my tea in the morning. I put it in my tumbler so I can take it on the go, and I just get out of the house. That's pretty much it.
Rock on. So your first thing straight to the exercise right out the gate. Get the body moving, get the blood flowing, get the heart pumping, right?
Yes, always. That's the first thing. And then like for me as a business owner, I have to lead people all day, and in the morning I need to be led by someone else. Like I need that group exercise. I need that, like you are such an amazing motivational speaker, but everyone needs a coach. So that morning time is my time to get coached by someone else.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I've got a trainer as well. I think it's really important. That's awesome. So let's talk about that. You being, obviously you're an incredible leader, and I love hanging out and speaking with leaders. Give us a little bit of background. You had talked about being in the military originally, right? And
Yeah.
give us a little bit of background and where this company of yours kind of came from, and what was the motivating factors.
Sure. So when I was, even a little bit before the military, and I would want everyone else at home to know that I grew up in a very low income family. So I did not have any sort of leg up or any advantages that someone else might have. And that desire to get out of that low income environment has been around my whole life, where I'm like, I need to change my life. I don't want to continue to be this person in this stigma or in this branch of like low income. I wanted more for myself, mainly because I wanted to help my mom. I'm very, very close with my mom, and I just wanted to like buy her everything and buy her a house, and I didn't have the wherewithal to do so.
Right.
So when I started working when I was 9 years old. That's when I had my first job, like starting to earn money. I was babysitting for a girl in her office. So I'd play with her 3-month-old baby for $2 an hour while she was at the office working. And I just started babysitting all throughout high school. And when I graduated high school, I started working at a postcard company, making like $10 an hour. And I was 19 years old, and I felt like I was 35. I lived on my own. I paid rent. I paid a car bill, water, power, phone, food, all on my own when I'm 19 years old, and I'm making $10 an hour. So I feel like I have all this responsibility as a 35-year-old would have, but I'm 19 years old. I was very serious. I wasn't being a kid. I wasn't experiencing anything like that. And that's when I decided to join the Army, because I was like, I need to do something that has purpose. I can't work at a postcard company forever. And I didn't go to college, and I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. So I had no direction at all. And I knew that I was living kind of a purposelessness life,
Sure.
like no purpose, just the purpose to live on and survive, which wasn't good enough for me at that time. So I spontaneously decided to move to Israel and join the Israeli Defense Forces. And my mom almost killed me. It was like,
I don't think I've ever heard that sentence out of somebody's mouth before. I spontaneously decided to move to Israel and join Israeli forces. That's incredible.
it was spontaneous. It took me about like 6 weeks to like sell all my stuff and do all the forms. And within 6 weeks, I was like in Israel and doing all the paperwork and drafting for the Army. And I didn't even speak Hebrew. Okay. I grew up in America. I could hear it. I could understand some of it, but I couldn't speak it. I couldn't write it. I couldn't read it. And everything was in Hebrew. And I was like, what have I done?
Wow. That's incredible.
Yeah. But it turned out to be the best decision that I have ever made, because that really changed the course of my life in that one decision.
And sometimes that's what it is, right? Those big, bold, scary decisions. Sometimes when we make those decisions, those are the moments where everything,
it really is.
right?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know it at the time how monumental this decision was going to be, but looking back at it now, I'm like, wow, it's amazing how things go the right way when
Right.
you take action.
Yeah.
And so I joined the Army, and I was a fitness instructor for combat soldiers in the artillery unit. So that means, you know, when you watch like military movies and there's like a girl that's telling guys to do push-ups and climb rope and jump over walls, that was my job. That was me. Yeah. And I had the best job. So that's what really made me fall in love with fitness. I wasn't into the fitness industry before that point in my life. Fell in love with fitness. I loved teaching workouts to like 80 men at one time. Like I loved that. It was so much fun. And it posed a lot of challenges too, because you have 80 boys that like don't want to listen to you and don't want to do what you're saying, and you need to overcome those things. And so it was definitely a big learning experience. And being in the Army, you have to do what you're told. And that was really difficult for me in the beginning, because I was always like an independent thinker and didn't want to be told what to do and didn't want to follow the rules. So it taught me how to, for a better it taught me how to just do something, just do it. Like even when it's not fun, even when it's not what I want to do, what matters is that it gets done. So it really taught me a lot of persistence and hard work. And toward the end of my service, around the 1.5 year mark, I started having really, really bad digestive issues because in the Army, they're making food for the masses. So there was like 3,000 people on my base. So they're making food for 3,000 people. It's not like using farm to table, grass fed meat, organic, vegetables. They can't afford that for so many people. So the food just didn't sit well with my digestive system. And at a certain point, my digestive system just stopped working, which means that I was going to the bathroom once a week, which is like alarming, because the whole purpose of the digestive system is to digest, take the nutrients out of the food that you're eating and throw away the rest. And my body was not throwing away the rest. It was keeping it, which means that I was just holding on to the toxic waste in my body. My stomach looked like I was 4 months pregnant when I wasn't. It was like a big bowling ball, and it was hard as a rock. So I became addicted to coffee. What else could I do? I was like, I gotta get rid of this. What am I gonna do? I became addicted to coffee. Coffee stimulates the digestive system. And then coffee stopped working. I would drink like 3 to 4 cups a day, and it stopped working because my body became dependent on it, and it just didn't do anything. And so I started freaking out, and I changed my diet. I did whatever that I could to fix it, and nothing worked. So I went to the last, thing that I could think of to do, which was to get a colonic, which is literally a little procedure where they, get all the toxins out of your body by sticking a tube somewhere and flushing all that stuff out. And it's not fun. I can
only imagine where they stick that tube.
Yeah, it's somewhere. I'm not going to say where, but it's not.
It sounds like a really crappy procedure.
Yeah, it's a shitty situation. I will just tell you
that. Fair enough.
But like, it's just, nobody wants to go. It's not pleasant. And I was like kind of scarred for life. I was like, this is not fun. So I got out of that, and I finished the Army, and I came back to America, back to Florida. And my digestive system got a little bit better because I was cooking my own meals. So I could use my own ingredients. So it started getting better because I'm not using the toxins that are coming from the food, but I still wasn't properly digesting my food. So I started reading books about colon health and gut health. And that's really what led me to start Teamy Blends.
Which is incredible. I love that you took your pain. The things that you went through. And I know you and I have talked about this before. So I know you had to go through a lot. You had to figure out a lot. And of course, instead of just taking care of yourself, which you did, you got yourself healthy right out the gate. Then you were like, okay, wait a minute. There's millions of people out there that have gut health issues, don't realize it. And so I'm going to go attack the planet and do good for the planet and help all these other people, right?
Yeah, that's really the mission.
Yeah, and that's so awesome because you see a lot of people that think internally, okay, I'm going to take care of me, but then it takes true leaders to go back, because it's not easy, right? But it takes true leaders to go back and clear the path for everybody else. So I appreciate you doing that. I'm excited. I haven't had the teas yet. I've got to get to a point where I'm like, boom, because I'm not really a tea drinker, not a coffee drinker. I don't really drink. I drink like water, and that's about it. But I'm going to do the tea because I want to get this in line. All I eat is junk.
Oh, that's the first thing that's got to change.
Yeah, ask anybody that knows me. I just eat junk, fast food, junk all the time. Unless my wife cooks it, it's coming straight out of a drive-through.
Well, you are literally the person that I make my products for, because there are many people in America that were raised on fast food and their bodies are just straight up addicted to. It's not even like a mental thing anymore. It's a physical addiction to the chemicals and the sugars and the gluten that's in the foods that you're eating. So that is one of the main purposes of why I created my company, because I know that there's the majority of America is that way, and they don't know a lot about nutrition, and I do. So I need to help them. I need to give them the information so that they understand it and that they can get rid of these toxins. And when you start getting rid of these toxins, your cravings for those foods will also go down as well.
I absolutely love it, and I'm excited to kick it off because I do know I'm not as, you're still young. I'm not so young.
I have 7 kids.
You what?
I don't have 7 kids.
I do with 7 kids, and I definitely need to get healthier. But look, I want to talk about, okay, boom, gut health, fixed yourself, decided you were going to help the world. 5 years later, you now have 850,000 followers on Instagram, this multi-million-dollar company. Like, how in the heck did you go from making some teas to 850,000 followers on Instagram and you're an absolute powerhouse? Where does that come from? How do you do that?
All right. Let me tell you a little bit about my strategy on business. Okay.
Okay. Yep.
I don't have any background in anything. Okay. But I know that on Instagram, I knew 5 years ago that I could talk directly to people. And that's the number one power that you have on social media, is that you can talk directly to your customer, your potential customer, to your friends. Like, you can speak to them directly, and that means that you can help them directly.
Right.
So I knew that at the point I had my teas, I created them. I lived with my mom, and I'm a young girl. I was 23 at the time, or 24. If I was to go into a store with my products, which I tried, by the way, and tried to get them to sell my products on their shelves, they just look at me like a joke. And I'm like, okay, how can I get around this? I don't want this to stop me. So if I go directly to the consumer, that's how I can run my own show, so that I don't have to be dependent on, if Whole Foods wants to put me on their shelves or not. Right. Mm-hmm. Because they're going to ask me a ton of questions that I don't have answers to, because I'm literally running this out of my mom's house.
Right.
So on Instagram, I was like, okay, well, what's happening on Instagram? This is way before people were really using it for business. This was a little bit before then. But there was some companies using it for business, and I saw that they were promoting their products on Instagram. So I started doing that. And I post 4 posts on the Teamy Blends Instagram page every single day for the last 5 years, Glenn.
Wow.
Every single day for 5 years.
4 posts a day.
Yeah.
365 days a year.
Yep.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
And the reason that a business page like Teamy, now it doesn't mean that it has to be for everyone else, but if you are running a business yourself or you're trying to become some sort of influencer, you need to post at least one time per day, like
Right.
at least one time per day, because it creates something that I call the snowball effect, which is it starts to gain speed. If you start doing it all the time, it starts to gain speed and go like how a snowball goes downhill, and then it just goes super, super fast.
Sure.
That's what happens when you are consistent with your actions. So I knew in my heart that people are on Instagram and those people are my customers. So I need to promote to them. And the second that I stop posting, it's like I'm putting my hand over my mouth, like I'm stopping to speak. And if I stop speaking, then people stop knowing about me.
Right.
So that's why promotion and hold on. Sorry.
Bless you.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
If I stop speaking, people will stop knowing about me. And
Yeah.
there's so much activity going on out here on social media that the second I stop speaking, someone's going to take my spot. A shoe company, a hair company, anything like that. So I have to make myself known to my customers.
Absolutely. And I love how you said that, the consistent actions, just those consistent actions, how they end up ultimately, adding up. And I think that that's true, not just with posting pictures on Instagram or posting posts on Instagram, but consistently getting up at the same time every day, consistently going to the gym, every day, consistently eating the things, that you're supposed to be eating every single day. In time, those consistent actions really pay off big dividends.
Huge.
As they, like you said, as it snowballs down the way, right?
Yeah, and it's like you said, it's not just like that was just one example, but it was even like just a small factor. Like when my business was first starting, I would get like maybe 5-6 orders a day, and I was packing them up in my house. And I remember I had a boyfriend that lived like an hour away that I was dating at the time. And I went over to his house over the weekend, and it was just some holiday weekend where we had Monday off. And he was like, stay at my house for Monday. And I was like, no, I need to get back to my house so I can pack up these orders. And he was like, yeah, but it's a holiday. So like, it's okay. Like if the packages are a day late or if this, and I was like, no, it's not okay. It's not okay. Like, it's not okay. I need to
And
go.
you are no longer my boyfriend.
Basically, literally, we were like, this isn't gonna work out. Like if you don't understand how important this is to me, and the business was so little at the time, and I knew then I was like, and the same with customer service emails. I would just stay up all night and answer customer service emails, and I would do the promotion. And like when you start a business, you're you're doing it all.
Right.
So, yeah.
It's really a passion thing. We're selling planners here in the hashtag Rise and Grind group. We decided we need to put together a planner where we could do our gratitude and our goals, and we could hit our checklist, and we could work on it all together in 2019. And so I'm like, all right, we're going to push these planners out. So we pushed them out and we sold a ton, and I've been packing them every day. I've been hand packing them, signing them myself, filling out the slips, doing all that. And people are like, dude, get somebody else to do that, or why are you doing that? It's like, it's not about, I honestly would not sit there and package up 70, 80 planners a day for someone else, but I sure will do it for AJ Anderson, who's watching us right now. I'll do it for Vicky Everett, who's watching us right now, George Fleming, Janelle Griego, Anthony Santangelo, Brian Edelin, Mark May, Sheila, Gail. Like, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it for maybe some guy whose name's on the wall who owns the company. But I really do it for these people right here. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah. That's why they're supporting you, because they know you care.
Yeah, it's really, really, really awesome. So the real deal, like you are a real deal, what I call a real deal, like world changer. You're like changing the world, right? Like how many teas and whatnot are you putting out?
I can tell you that on a monthly basis, as far as number of customers, we have about 28,000 people purchasing my product on my website every month.
Is that all? Is that all?
Well, there's other places. We have like retail stores that carry our products, and other places as well. But usually each person orders 2 to 3 products per order. So if we take that 28,000 and we multiply it by 2.5, that's the average amount of units I'm selling on a monthly basis.
That's called changing the world. You're that, right? Like that's massive impact. You're just a massive impact on the planet. Let me ask, how do you mindset wise, like clearly in order for you to get to the level that you're at today, here's what I believe. You had to have this mindset shift, like I'm going to change the world, right? There had to be one point where you're like, and so how do you really step into that? I think we all kind of have great ideas and we all have things that maybe God puts on our heart or directions that we maybe want to go, but how do we really step into and embrace the fact that we are going to impact the planet? How did you step into
that? The first thing is that you need to check your fear. Like that is the first thing that I consider to be one of my biggest allies of myself, is that I don't have a lot of fear in me, in the sense that like when I want to do something, I just do it, and I don't really think too much about why and how and what if I fail, because all those things, all those hows and whys, they're either going to happen or they're not going to happen. Like if I'm going to fail, I'm going to fail. Like it's just going to happen.
Right.
I've had so many failures where, whether it's hiring the wrong person, that's a huge failure, or making a bad business decision. That, like just because I own my own business doesn't mean that I don't make bad decisions or that have failures on a daily basis, because I'm constantly learning just like anyone else, but I'm willing to experience life. And if you're sitting on the sidelines and you're not willing to get your hands dirty and to jump in because you're afraid of the feeling of failure, or that you're afraid of what will happen, like you need to not be afraid of the future. Whatever the future is going to be, you need to put yourself into the future and allow it to happen, whether it's good or bad. It's the same thing if you start a new relationship. You don't know how it's going to end up. You might be the love of your life and you might be a dick. You're like, we don't know.
Right.
Like, you have to just take that chance. And that's one thing, is that me and I have a business partner. Him and I both have that in common, where we're just like, let's go world. We are coming after you. Like we have that. And so that's one of the things, is the whole fear situation.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean that it doesn't creep in for me. Like I had times where I was having panic attacks every single day for a few months, where I couldn't, and I needed to handle my own health and my own spirituality in order to get that fixed.
Right.
And so it's just, if there's something that you want to do, you need to act. Like you need to do. If there's something that you want to have, you need to go get it. Like you need to go get it. No one's going to go get it for you.
I love it. I love it. I love it. That was so pure and like raw and real. Like if there's something that you want, you gotta act. Just act. The fear. I like how you said things are gonna happen. And there's gonna be good things that are gonna happen. There's gonna be bad things that are gonna happen. Things are gonna happen no matter what. You just keep marching forward, right? We actually, so a lot of people may know and some people might not know, but we had some trouble this morning, right?
Yeah, totally.
Just putting this show together, but we didn't quit. We didn't get frustrated, throw our hands up and say, we're not going to do it. Right. We're like, no, we're changing the world. We're going to get rocking and rolling. Listen, I'm going to put you up. We ran over on time, but that's because
did?
We've been on for 30 minutes live already.
Oh my God. It feels like 5 minutes. I feel like
I know it goes so fast, doesn't it? It goes so fast, but I adore you. Like, I think you're amazing. I can see in your eyes your fierceness and your tenacity, and I know that you're going to continue to change people's lives. There's people all on the live stream that are like, she's amazing. Where can I wanna know her. Like, it's awesome. So you're making impact in people's lives this morning, and you're doing it every day around the planet, and I love it. But I'm going to give you an opportunity right now. I'm going to put you up on the top of a mountain, okay?
Mm-hmm.
You're on top of the mountain. in the entire civilization. Every human being on the planet is desperate for wisdom. They want to know. They want to know what they got to do today, next week, next month, next year. And so they're all standing. You're at the top of the mountain. They're down here. They're looking at you and they're going, Adi, Adi, Adidas. They're going, Adi, Adi, Adi. They're going, Adi, Adi. Tell. And you have 2 minutes.
Okay.
You have 2 minutes to tell them something powerful. What are you going to tell them?
Okay. So here is what I would tell them. You need to understand your power. You need to understand that you have the power in your own mind and in your own hands to change your own life and to change your circumstances. Where you were born, who you were born to, who your parents are, what your ethnicity is, if you went to college, if you didn't go to college, none of that actually matters. They're all like statistics or numbers. They don't actually matter. The only thing that matters is here. That's the only thing. And if there is something that you want to accomplish, and it doesn't mean that you have to start a business. If there's something that you want to accomplish, you want to be healthier, you want to be happier, you want to find the love of your life, you want to improve your marriage or your relationships, you can do it, and you are more powerful than the outside world. Sometimes it feels like the world is coming in on you. Like, oh my God, like, why is this happening to me? And I can never get ahead in life and all of those things. And that outlook of being a victim is going to continue the route of you being a victim. You need to understand that you can change easily. You can easily change your situation and your life from a decision. Just deciding, I'm going to change, and then decision that is followed with action. Those are like the two things together, decision and action together, followed by consistency. That is the formula. And if you truly understand that, nothing can stop you. You need to know that you are more powerful than the system. You're more powerful than the man. You're more powerful than the government. You're more powerful than anything if you decide to make those changes for yourself.
I've got goosebumps. You are more powerful than the outside world. That is so strong and so true. So true.
I can tell you, Glenn, listen, I have to tell you that when I was in the Army, I would be on a bus and I would dream about what I could do, how I could take care of my mom. Like, I would just, but at least I was dreaming about it. I wasn't even doing it yet, but I'm visualizing, okay, like at the time I was like, I'm going to go on an MTV show. Like, what can I do? I was like, what, I was like, I don't know. I was just trying to visualize what could I do to help my mom. And that same passion, everything that I was doing was always kind of looking for opportunity for like, well, how could I do something and then I can help my mom? And everything led to that. And even when I started Teamie, I'm like, I was able to save up money and help my mom with what I was doing with Teamie. So like, I was visualizing it 5 years before it even happened.
Right. And that's powerful. That's powerful. That's that spirit that we were talking about. He puts it in here, right? God puts it in here for us, and he puts it in here for us. And then what we tend to do is we tend to dull that down, right? We dull that down with mundane earthly things, right? Yeah. That we're a part of this system that can keep us down, that we can't do these things, when the reality is that stuff is there for a reason. That's our power base. That's where power comes from. I love that. I absolutely love that. You guys, if you love a D, then I need you to hit that share button. If you love a D, if you share, show you care. That's how it works. Share, show you care. So I need you to hit that share button. I also need you to go follow her. You can follow her on Instagram. You can follow her on Teamie Blends, right? You can do. Tell them where to find you.
You can follow me on Instagram at Arezzini, so it's spelled just like my name here on that blackboard, and at Teamie Blends, TEAMIBLENDS. And I always answer direct messages on Instagram. So if you guys want to DM me and have any questions about, my products or what products would be right for you, you let me know. I help you out.
So incredibly awesome.
And Glenn, I'm going to give you a discount code after the show that you can put into the description. So all of your subscribers can get a discount off of our products on our website.
Yes, discount codes. We love discount codes. And we love you. Listen, Adi, you are truly an amazing human being. I want you to know that.
Thank you, Glenn. I feel the same way about you.
Thank you. You are clearly uniquely made by the God of the universe. He made you. He made you to be the absolute best version of yourself that you can possibly be, and you're doing it. You're living it out. And by doing that, all of your posts and all the different actions that you're taking, coming on this show this morning, you're making an impact. You're making impact on your friends, on your family members, on your coworkers. You're making an impact on this planet. And I absolutely love you for it, girl.
I feel the same way about you.
I love you. You're sneaking awesome. Hey guys, we're going to get out of here. Let you guys get to work. Let you get into your morning routine. I got to get over to the gym here in just
I got to get to the gym too. It's time.
It's time. Yeah, I got to get to the gym with the trainer. We're going to kill it. We're going to crush it. But thank everybody for tuning in. Hey, if you need more videos, go to glennlundy.com. If you need some rise and grind gear, go to glennlundy.com. If you haven't got your planner yet, you still have time to get this stuff, and I can have it to you by Christmas. So you can give it out to people as gifts or whatever. Go to glennlundy.com. Go check out my girl right here, Adi. Go get you some teas. Maybe we'll all go on like a tea thing together. Maybe we'll do a group like tea challenge to launch January. Maybe.
New Year, healthier you.
Yes. New Year, healthier me. That's right. Maybe we'll do that. But most importantly, we guys enjoy your weekend. Have a fantastic day and come back here again Monday morning, because I'm going to have a brand new computer. And I promise we're going to go live at 5:30 a.m. on #Rise and Grind.